You know, when you think of India, you probably picture a single country on a map, right? But what if I told you it's so much more than that? The sources for this explainer point to this really grand idea that India isn't just a nation, but a vast, living civilization, almost like a whole universe contained within one border. And right at the very heart of this civilization, there's this incredible ancient philosophy, summed up in a Sanskrit phrase, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. It simply means the world is one family. This idea of a deep, profound unity, it's a real cornerstone of the Indian worldview. Okay, but that brings up a really fascinating puzzle, doesn't it? How can one family be home to such an incredible, almost overwhelming amount of diversity in language, food, culture, and even geography? To really get your head around the sheer scale of this, just look at the numbers. The nation is split into 28 different states and 8 union territories. And each one, as we're about to see, is basically like its own small country with its own unique identity and cultural soul. So, what's the glue? What holds all of this together? Well, the answer isn't just in what's happening today. It starts way back in the past, with these ancient threads of history that weave this unbelievably complex tapestry into a single unified fabric. It's this shared journey, this incredible story stretching back thousands of years. That's such a powerful bond. I mean, it kicks off with one of the world's very first urban cultures in Indus Valley. Then it flows through the philosophical Vedic age, gets consolidated by massive empires like the Maurya and Gupta, is enriched during the Mughal period, totally transformed by the colonial era, and finally, it all culminates in the birth of the modern republic in 1947. But it's not just about history, right? There's this deep cultural fabric that connects everyone. Take Sanskrit, for example, which is like the mother language for so many regional languages. Or ancient practices like yoga and Ayurveda. You find them all across the country. And this is crucial. Festivals like Diwali, Holi, Eid, and even Christmas are often celebrated by everyone, cutting across religious lines and really binding communities together. All right, so with those threads of unity in our minds, let's actually take a trip. Let's go on a journey across India to see the incredible diversity they hold together. We're going to explore the key regions that are really the pillars of all this variety. Our journey starts in the north, and this is a region that's really defined by 3 powerful things: the absolutely towering Himalayan mountains, a deep well of history, and this intense spiritual energy you can feel in the air. Right at the very top, the crown of India, you've got Jammu and Kashmir. People have called it paradise on earth for centuries. It's a place of stunning, snowy peaks, those iconic houseboats floating on Dal Lake, and a kind of beauty that feels, well, truly otherworldly. And then you have Uttar Pradesh. This is the most populous state and the absolute heartland of Indian history. It's home to global icons you've definitely heard of, like the majestic Taj Mahal and the ancient spiritual city of Varanasi. Now, let's head west and you'll feel the vibe shift. I mean, dramatically. This part of India is a dynamic hub of commerce, it's lined with famous beaches, and it's just buzzing with this vibrant modern energy. And the real powerhouse of the West? That's got to be Maharashtra. Its capital, Mumbai, is the financial engine for the entire country, a massive hub for startups, and of course, the glamorous home of the Bollywood film industry. And right next door, you've got Goa, India's undisputed beach paradise. It's a jewel of tourism, famous for its super relaxed vibe and a unique culture that was really shaped by its Portuguese heritage. Okay, let's journey south now, and here we find this incredible place where ancient traditions and futuristic technology just live side by side. This region is known for its magnificent temples, a booming tech scene, and a deep, deep connection to the classical arts. This is where you'll find Tamil Nadu, which is considered one of the oldest living civilizations on the entire planet. Think about that for a second. Its culture is so deeply rooted in its language, its magnificent Dravidian temples, and classical arts like the Bharatanatyam dance. And then you have to know about Kerala. They call it God's own country, and for good reason. It's this lush, green paradise of tropical backwaters, beaches lined with coconut trees, and it's a global center for the wellness science of Ayurveda. Okay, pause for a second. This really brings that whole diversity thing into sharp focus, right? Just think about the contrast. You've got the Himalayas of the north versus the coastal plains of the south. Wheat-based food versus rice-based food. Entirely different language families. These aren't just small variations. These are fundamental differences in landscape and lifestyle. All right, for the last leg of our tour, we're heading east and then to the northeast, a region that's celebrated for its artistic soul, its totally unique cultures, and these vast stretches of pristine, untouched nature. This is where you'll find West Bengal, which a lot of people call the cultural capital of India. It's known as the land of poets and thinkers. You've got the bustling city of Kolkata and the absolutely spectacular Durga Puja festival. And then you go deep into the northeast and find a place like Meghalaya, the land of clouds. This is like a totally different India. It has these incredible living root bridges that are literally woven from trees and some of the densest rainforests in all of Asia. Wow. Okay, so after that whirlwind tour, let's circle back to that big question we started with. We've seen mountains and beaches, ancient temples and modern tech hubs. So what in the world truly unites this subcontinent of cultures? Because the real unity, it seems, isn't something you can find on a map or even in a history book. It lies in a set of shared human values that you find absolutely everywhere, from a tiny village in the Himalayas to a bustling startup in Bangalore. It's in the respect for elders, those tight-knit families, and a profound sense of hospitality to everyone. And this really gets to the heart of it, that phrase, unity in diversity. In India, it's not just a nice slogan. It's a core strength. It's the ability to not just tolerate differences, but to actually embrace them, to weave them all into a single, vibrant, collective identity. So in the end, maybe the best way to understand India is to stop trying to define it and just start to feel it. It isn't just a nation you can point to on a map. It's a journey, a living story, and more than anything, it's an experience, a universe just waiting for you to explore.